Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Throwing now is Allen. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken at the 37. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there for the Bills. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Being chased out left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself...
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction. Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good. On
2nd down, Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together Charles. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 106 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete, Okoro-Buna. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Allen, rolling to his right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 2nd and goal, Allen, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Allen. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield, here's Allen. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Operating from the red zone now. Allen completes it to Davis. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here's Allen to throw it. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. Diggs with a good footwork. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
74 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. To throw, it's Allen.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Levine. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. On second down, it's Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Number 16's coming. Check mark. Check mark. Ready?
Again, it's Elliott. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Allen. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for Dallas, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.